Hello everyone, this is Krishnakant Roy, and today we are going to continue our discussion on the Augmented Dickey-Fuller test, which is a formal test for stationarity. So what we are going to do is we are going to start with the equation. So let me just open this. Yeah, so I'll take maybe black pen. Yes. Now, so if you remember that the equation for augmented Dickey-Fuller was change in yt is equal to alpha plus, you can write the time component also if required, or I mean not necessarily you have to take time component, without time component also we can take. So gamma y t minus 1, all right, plus summation of, you can write summation of, you can write change in yt minus, let's say in the previous video just watch, I have generalized it as I. Now let's say t minus 1, change in t1, plus I'll just go up to t minus, change in t minus 1 lag, and then see whether a series is stationary or not. Mu t. All right, so this is with one lag. You can go up to how many lags? As I said, it is roughly speaking, if your series is consist of, let's say 40 years, divide by 4, so 1/4 means you can go up to 10 lags. It's not hard and fast, but generally it is used like that. All right, now in the previous lecture I've not explained, or I have not said the decision rule, whether a series is stationary or not. So how do you build? You build like your null is H naught is, you can say H naught is series is having unit root. So that simply means unit root means it's non-stationary. And the alternative is H1 is series is having no unit root, stationary. All right. Now again, how to check decision rule based on if. Now this is important. If your p value, probability value, is less than 0. You can call it 0.5. If p value is less than 0.05, that simply implies we reject the null. We reject the null H naught. What is our null? Our null is that the series is non-stationary, and if we reject that the series is non-stationary, that means it is stationary. So ideally, if we get, after this, if we get the p value less than 0.05, we call it the series is stationary. All right. If p value is greater than 0.05, that simply implies fail to reject the null. Fail to reject the null. That simply means, remember, p value greater than 0.05. Of course, we are talking about 95% confidence interval. Most of the, you can call it softwares, or most of the packages, by default it is 95% confidence interval. All right. So this simply means if p value is greater than 0.05, you fail to reject the null, or loosely speaking, you accept the null. What is your null? Null is means non-stationary. So your series is non-stationary, right? So this is what we are going to test. what we will do is we will use Excel and perform this test. Of course, I'll also show you in the next video how to use softwares like eViews and perform the test. But today we'll very simply use Excel and then perform the test. Now remember, this test is totally dependent upon this coefficient. We are building confidence interval about this coefficient, which is gamma, right? Now from the gamma only we identify whether a series is stationary or non-stationary, right? Clear? At the moment you can pause the video and then you can think about it that what is p-value less than, what will happen if p-value is greater than, and then how you accept and reject the null. So you can pause the video for a few seconds and write this decision rule in your own words. Okay. Okay, now welcome back. And now I'm going to show you that how to do this with Excel. Of course, Excel we don't use usually, but let's say you want to understand how it is built in Excel. So I'll show you first in Excel, and in the next video, I'll show with a software like eViews. Okay. Now, remember that what you require for this, you require, of course, you start with a series. First, you take change of that series. Second, you take lag of that series. Third, you take change of lag. Remember three things. At the moment, I'm just testing at t minus 1. Of course, I can go till t minus 1, 2, 3, 4, depending upon number of series. But at the moment, I'm just making it simple. Change of a series, lag of a series, change of a lag of that series. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now let me quickly go to you can call it, I'll keep this, we'll go to an Excel and then try to find out a data set. Let's take a data set, let's say a historical stock price, Reliance Industries, let's say. Reliance Industries stock price historical, let's say I'm Yahoo. Yahoo, I'll take it from Yahoo. Okay, and then I'll go to this, and let's say this is, I'll just take it for a year and I'll run it. All right, now let me go to this, take it for a year, and then I'll download. It's very simple. You can see, now you can open that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use closing price. All right, I'm going to use closing price of the same. So I don't require all of these. I'll delete. Okay, and I'll also delete adjusted close and volume. I don't require. So I have taken only the closing price of Reliance Industry for 1 year. All right. So I'll write this as YT series. I hope it's very clear to all of you. Now what I need to build, I hope you remember. So first I need to build is change. I'll write difference in YT. Instead of change, I'll write difference in YT. So how do I find out difference? Very simple. I'll increase the font size so that you can see clearly. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so it's very simple. If you have to find out change, this minus, you put a minus sign and then the previous value and then enter. So you've got the change. So all you need to do is go to this corner plus sign and double click. You get the change of the entire series. Okay, next what we required lag of that series. So for lag, I'll just copy the entire series. I can now select 2 and then control shift and down arrow. So I select the entire series, I copy it, and then for lag, it's very simple. I know that I need to start with 1 lag period. So I need to start the series with this. So I write this as lag of YT. So I'll write YT minus 1. All right. What else I required? I required change. That is difference in YT minus 1. Okay. So I require. So it's very simple again, equal to this put a minus sign, this is the previous value, and enter. So I'll do that for the entire series. Okay. Now what I do of the we have formula, so I'll copy the entire series, and then what I'll do, I'll paste here with space special alt yes, and the values. I require the values, not the formula, so I'll just delete. It's same, identical. So I'll delete. Now I got these three which is required for my testing. So I copy and I paste here. I copy and I paste here, and I make it bold. All right, make it bold. This is not required. I delete it. Now I have a series. Only thing is that because we have taken the series, so I'll just do a little bit of cleaning. I don't require this. I'll delete this. Now my series is ready to run. So what I need to do is now I will go to, let's say, first before I run, let me quickly check the series informally graphical. So I select the series. Oh wait, I select with the date, so it will be better. So I will select with date the entire series just to quickly check, get a feel of what is this series look like graphically. So go to insert and then go to this line diagram. See, now it has, if you see, it has got an upward trend. Now if you divide the entire series into 2-3 chunks, maybe this portion from you can call it in the month of Jan, Feb or March, it was very constant probably, but later either downward trend or upward trend, something like that. So convincingly we will not be able to say anything, so we'll perform the test. All right, okay. So how to perform the test in Excel? Although we usually don't do Excel for this test, we use software packages like eViews, R, SPSS, Python and all that. But just to show you how we can perform this test with the Excel also. So you go to data, it's very simple, go to data analysis and then select regression, select regression, here is regression, okay, all right. And now give the Y range. We know that this was our Y, so I will give the Y range. My Y range is selected. Now I have to give X range. I'm also considering the levels, so you can see I have selected X range also. Now I click on levels because I have selected that, and I just need to click on OK because you can see by default it is 95% confidence interval and the constant is 0. That means I'm not deliberately making it 0. That means there is an intercept. All right. Okay. Now just click on OK. This is the result. I'll just increase the font size. I told you, I hope you remember the p-value. If p-value of the gamma is less than 0.05, you reject the null. Let's see. Now p-value of gamma is greater than 0.05. I hope you are able to see this. The p-value for gamma is greater than 0.05. So what do you do? So here it's very simple. I'll write here. Because it is, so p-value, you can write p-value is clearly greater than 0.05, which implies that we fail to reject the null H0. All right. So that simply means data or series is non-stationary in nature. All right. So this is what we conclude, that the series Reliance Industry is non-stationary in nature for last 1 year. Right. You need to perform this test like this, and I hope from this you know what to do, how to do. Of course, if there are any doubts or any issues, you can write in the comment section. Do practice, take any other company and do this test and see whether it is stationary or non-stationary. I hope this is useful for you, and whatever doubts you have, you can write in the comment section. Thank you for listening. Take care.